Hello guys, this is Alisa from Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm really glad to see you. Sorry guys, today I am doing this video a little bit later than normal. The energy has been a little bit crazy, so I've been kind of working with that, and so finally I'm doing this video. If you managed to wait for me, really thank you for that. If you didn't and you're gonna watch this video a little bit later, it's obviously totally fine. I'm just glad to see you either in person or a little bit later, let's say, for the future. So guys, as always, I have a plan for today, and I'm gonna quickly tell you what we're doing today. So in this around half an hour video, we're going to recap quickly the energy of last week, right? And then we're going to talk about this upcoming week, for which I'm going to use a tarot deck, right? So I'm gonna do a tarot reading for the energy of this week, and then I'm gonna use my one of my divination tools that I've created myself with the slips of paper with some words, and these words either show us the energy of the week or some kind of advice that we need to take into consideration for the energy of this upcoming week. Now, when I say week, I mean between Tuesday, the 2nd of March 2021, until the end of Monday, in this case, the 8th of March 2021. By the way, guys, I hope you remember about the 8th of March. Alright, but we're gonna talk about this in more detail a little bit later. Anyway, and then I'm also going to introduce you something that I finally felt ready to introduce to you. And basically, yeah, I would say this is it. This is the plan for today. Just very quickly first, before I begin with everything, guys, do remember, I honestly feel a little bit weird repeating this right now every week, but unfortunately I feel like I have to. Beware of the scammers. Sometimes when you write something in the comments, some scammers try to sell you some curses or some scam, basically. So just ignore this and just stay focused on the video, and this is it. So this is the only thing to consider. And otherwise, so let's begin with recapping last week. Oh my god. I mean, last week, okay, let's talk about this. So basically the energy for last week, we had the Ace of Wands, we had Four of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Did the reading show the energy of my week accurately? I would say more or less. Definitely when it comes to the Ace of Wands, 100%. Absolutely. I was like very inspired. I was in tune. I was like, yes, let's move, let's do this, you know, like very, very ready to kind of take on the world. So absolutely this energy was there. And I was working with, because this is also the energy of passion, right? Because it's fire. So I definitely felt like this, you know, ignition, this fire, like, yes. I would say actually I was feeling it for most of the week, so not just a little bit. So definitely that was true for me. Then that was Four of Pentacles. Theoretically, that was about the energy of fear. And I would say I didn't feel it that much that week, so last week. I felt more like, I would say there was like this energy of fear a little bit, but it lasted for a short period of time, like maybe 1 day, 1.5, not like a long period of time, let's say. And then there was this Hanged Man, which is the major arcana card. And at first it felt like, I was like, no, actually, I don't feel like, you know, this Hanged Man resonates with me in any way. And especially because I mentioned, I think last time, that both the Four of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, they kind of also talk about this energy of being stuck. Well, especially the Hanged Man, when you cannot move forward. But I also said that we would have to move forward because the energy of Hanged Man also talks about transformation. And so I said that we would have to transform. And so for me, at first it felt like, oh, maybe it doesn't resonate, like I wasn't sure. And so basically, at first it felt like, yeah, I'm kind of moving forward, you know. But then I realized that I was moving forward, but not with all the things that I wanted. So somehow by the end of the week, I felt very, very depleted and very tired. And even though I still had some plans, some big plans to do this and that, so like this Ace of Wands was still kind of like in my mind, I would say, but in my energy, it was already the Hanged Man. And so by that time, I just suddenly felt like so, so tired. And I literally felt like, you know, like at some point, like I just literally got stuck. And this brings me, guys, to the astrological factor that I did mention last week as well, and that was the energy of the full moon. I think astrologists called it snow snow full moon or something like this. So let's talk about this full moon, which was on the 27th of February 2021, which was Saturday. God. I mean, honestly, I feel like normally I don't feel the energy of full moon that much. I wouldn't say that I'm particularly sensitive to it, but this time, like I really felt it. Like I I honestly did, you know. And I checked with other people, and they basically reported the same thing to me. They also said that they felt very similar symptoms. So do let me know in the comments below if you felt any of the following symptoms. Basically, what I experienced was I felt extremely tired. Not like I felt exhausted. I felt fatigue, as if, I don't know, I haven't rested in like 10 billion years, basically. That's what it felt like. I constantly wanted to sleep, so that's already two, right? Then what else? I felt really emotional all of a sudden, and I was like, oh my god, where is this all going? Life is over. I really felt very emotional, and I kind of felt like almost like on the verge of losing hope for some reason. I was like, well, nothing makes sense anymore. You know, things are hopeless. Why even try to achieve something in life or to change something for the better for my life and for others? Like blah blah blah. All of this stuff, guys. What else? So let's see. Yeah, I would say a little bit of insomnia. For many people, it was crazy insomnia. So some people, like that night, let's say from Saturday to Sunday, from the 27th to 28th, some people couldn't sleep at all. But actually, you can feel the energy of the full moon, you know, like a day before, a day after. So I feel like I started really feeling it already on Friday, the 26th, when I started feeling already like pretty tired. So for many people, it was something like that. Yeah, like I say, also insomnia. And generally, I would say physically, I also felt like a little bit worse, so to say. So yeah, so both physically and emotionally, I just felt a little bit low. And I felt like, oh my god, things are over, things are hopeless, and blah, 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 blah. So if you also felt something similar, do write in the comments below. You can also use the full moon emoji to signify this, you know, because I'm curious if anyone else also felt the same. If you did, don't worry, guys. I'm with you. We're definitely going to get through this. we're definitely strong enough to do this. But yeah, it's just like, for me, I would say I'm still feeling it a little bit. Or I would say I have been feeling it during this whole time. And just recently, like several hours ago, I felt like this shift. And I felt like, okay, things are finally changing for the better. I feel like I'm now kind of coming round. I'm coming round. So, yeah, so finally, this is me, feeling better. So let's see if I wanted to mention anything else. The Hanged Man, the full moon. Yeah, it seems like this is it when it comes to those. So let's look at the energy of this week. Yeah, I feel like I also wanted to mention something about the transformation. Oh, yes, guys, when it comes to transformation, my message of hope is that even though it was pretty much, it seemed pretty much impossible during the weekend to transform this energy, and it felt like I was really stuck and like there was no way out, and I was just like gonna stay there forever. I did notice that I was still like shifting, step by step, maybe like tiny steps, but still steps forward. And so I felt like, I was still kind of pretty proud of myself today, because I felt like, oh, today I also managed. It was a pretty conscious, not pretty, it was definitely conscious effort to shift my energy. And so I felt like, oh, okay, maybe thanks to that as well, by the end of the day, it became way easier for me. So what I'm saying is, if it was possible for me, it's also possible for you. So don't give up hope. Do keep on transforming. Meditate, do whatever you need, work with coaches, work with psychologists, work with healers, watch collective tarot readings, or go and have personal tarot readings. Do whatever you need, basically. Do some physical exercises. Whatever you need, do this to transform this energy and get better. So let's look. Oh my god, look at this. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. See? By the way, oh my god, this is the card of hope. And this is Major Arcana card. So this is like, see, I'm telling you so that you should keep hope. And here it is, showing you like, yeah, you should. So definitely, I'm telling you guys, it's a sign. Okay. Amazing cards coming up. Let's see. Let's determine the energy of this upcoming week between the 2nd of March 2021 until the 8th of March 2021. So let's go, guys. 3 cards to see what this energy brings to us. By the way, guys, in March, congratulations, all planets are direct, no retrograde planets in our astrology. So that means that we are most certainly having a chance to move forward and do, start projects, start new things, do something like way easier. So nothing is stopping us. There is no buffer, nothing like this. We're just like free to go and move forward as fast as we can and want. All right, the energy of the week. All right, let's see. Guys, did I mention that there is hope for us? Let me mention it again. There is hope. Oh my god, okay. Guys, some of us can still be feeling a little bit tired, a little bit depleted, a little bit like, out of it, so to say. So this is the overall energy. This is the energy at the back of the deck. We have, hold on, okay. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is kind of, technically speaking, kind of like a cold-hearted lady. Basically, a person, who's feeling, a little bit, or who is behaving in a little bit like this cold way, like having certain boundaries, not allowing others to themselves and stuff like this. I feel like some of us can still be in this energy simply because we might still be experiencing, you know, this full moon energy, like I said. And, you know, when we're not feeling super great, let's say physically or emotionally or something, we do tend to be like, you know what, leave me alone, people. I just need some space for myself, right? And it's not because we're so horrible or we don't love our family and friends or something like this. It's just because we do need some space. And so we might still like currently be in this energy of like give me some space, basically, right? But this is, I would say, the last of this energy, and we're moving towards a very, 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 very good energy. Now, I mean, guys, this is such amazing reading that I'm almost like feeling teary here. First of all, the first card is Major Arcana card, Major Arcana. So it's like definitely happening. And this is the energy. Oh. I wanted to say of movement, and I literally moved the flower vase. So look, this is the Chariot, and the Chariot is literally the card that says that talks about moving forward. So guys, what are we doing? We're hold on, yeah, we are moving forward, and I mean really quickly, because the Chariot is the energy of moving forward very quickly. Surprise, surprise. So I feel like we are moving out of this, you know, a little bit difficult energy, a little bit like this energy when we're stuck in our head, because you know, swords, this is the energy of our mind, right? Our thoughts and our words. And so if we had some negative thinking patterns, or if we were afraid to say something, or if it was on the contrary, if we said something in a very like this, you know, decisive way, and maybe talked to somebody in a not really pleasant way, let's say, we're moving out of this energy. And we'll literally, I mean, this is the energy of you know, of conquering the world, so to say, basically being this kind of like this winner, this person who is like yeah, winner of the situation. I also want to say like being victorious, being strong, being on top of things. This card can also indicate a little bit of a choice. So we might be a little bit torn between, because we have two sphinxes here, and this energy can represent being a little bit torn between our head and our heart. So it can be like, for example, we think, oh, I really want to, I don't know, I really want to, I want to say buy a car. Okay, let's say I really want to buy a car, and my heart tells me that so I found a perfect car for me, and that if I buy it, I'm gonna be really happy, and this is like exactly the perfect moment for it, the energy for it, like everything, you know, like that. But my head is telling me like, no, you cannot afford this. Oh, okay. Hello, hello. Thank you for the comment. Let me like this one. All right. Yeah. So your head may be telling you, like, you can afford it, this is too expensive, or maybe you should wait for some discounts, blah, 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 blah. In reality, usually, when I say usually, I mean always, guys, you should always, always, always listen and follow your heart. Because your mind knows nothing, and your heart knows everything. So literally the advice of the card in this case, if you do have some kind of choice like this, follow your heart, because it will always lead you to the right place. And I feel like if you do have a choice like that, you are going to choose correctly, and you are going to choose to follow your heart. But before I move forward, I just want to mention one more thing. Guys, because I even gave this example with the car, I also want to tell you that the Chariot card can also indicate some kind of, I mean, it can be physically or technically, it can indicate some kind of vehicle. So not just metaphorically moving forward, but also literally traveling somewhere. And so perhaps this week you will have an opportunity or you will suddenly decide that you need to travel somewhere. Now, I don't know if it's possible for you to travel somewhere right now, especially abroad, probably not. But if you do have a chance to travel, it doesn't have to be, like a long trip or a trip abroad or a travel abroad. It can be just traveling to another city or traveling, I don't know, to the village next to your city, something like that, or traveling from your village to a city. Basically, it can be some kind of travel, like technical, physical, practical travel, I mean. And I do see and feel this for some of you. So some of us can be traveling somewhere. I would say even if it's, let's say, to the other side of your city and your city is really huge, that might still resonate with you. But if it's not a physical travel, like I say, it can also indicate some kind of vehicle. So perhaps you are thinking of buying a car, guys. So if I was channeling right now somebody who's thinking of buying a car, perhaps you should follow, your gut instinct, which is also your heart. And yeah, well, basically follow whatever your heart says. If your heart says buy the car, then buy the car. If your heart says don't buy the car, don't buy the car. Anyway, otherwise, metaphorically speaking, definitely huge breakthroughs, huge moving forward. Amazing energy. I love this card. Also, it represents Cancer energy, I believe, and that may also mean that you might meet somebody who is Cancer. Perhaps this is not you who is going to be traveling. Perhaps somebody else is going to travel to you, and perhaps this someone is Cancer. So this is definitely possible. Yeah. So basically, somebody is going to be traveling somewhere, either physically or metaphorically. All right. What we are moving towards is, guys, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Now, the Six of Pentacles. I love this card. In tarot cards, number 6 is the number of balance. And as you can see, this is literally, I mean, you can even see the, hold on, yeah, the actual balance here in his hand. And the picture itself represents literally giving and receiving, and you can see that it's equal because it's literally 6. If you divide 6 by 2, it's 3 and 3. So it's literally, it kind of reminds me of this infinity sign. It's like completely balanced, very good energy. This energy can represent you helping others, because it can be just about helping someone. This card can also represent somebody else helping you. Now, when I say helping, I mean it can be about finances, technically, right? But it doesn't have to be like this. It can be opportunities, it can be advice, it can be support, like emotional support, or I don't know, technical support, any form of support. Basically, yeah, like I say, it's the energy of giving and receiving. Now, it can be just giving, but usually it's about reciprocating, reciprocity. So, yeah, okay. Let me finish this and then we're gonna put this all together. Also, I would say, technically and financially, still this card represents that financially you are taken care of, everything is fine. You shouldn't be worried about your finances. And the last card here is the Four of Wands, which is also an amazing card. Now, this card can represent, well, I mean, first of all, it can represent 4 walls, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It represents your house, your real estate, basically. a place where you live, your home, kind of home sweet home. It can represent also getting married, guys. Or if it's not, because we have actually a couple here and they kind of just got married. If it's not about getting married, then at least it represents some kind of committed relationship, or yeah, some kind of committed relationship. This is it. Otherwise, if you do know something about the so-called twin flames, and you feel like you might be a twin flame, then this might represent also the union with your twin flame, because some people also say that those four wands, they kind of represent this 11-11 card, because it kind of looks like 11-11, and apparently 11-11 represents the energy of twin flames. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry about it, just skip it. It's a collective general reading, so I'm only telling this to people who feel like it resonates with them. Now, so what does it all mean, all together? To be honest, and I know that I did already, like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had this reading where I also felt like it felt a little bit more romantic, like it was a love reading. And of course, it is going to resonate with someone and it is not going to resonate with others. And here I also feel like it does seem a little bit romantic, but it doesn't have to be. So I see again here 2 possibilities. I see one more kind of romantic type of situation, and some other possibilities, let's say. So let's say if we're talking about a romantic situation, what could happen is a really nice, cool person might appear in your life, right? So come into your life. This person might start, supporting you, giving to you, and it would be equally, reciprocated. So you might be perfectly balanced when it comes to giving and receiving. And eventually you might decide to become a couple. So that's a definite possibility. Another possibility, of course, it could also be you, right? So it could be like you traveling to someone or somewhere, then giving your help or your love, your support to somebody else, and then you deciding to, kind of commit to each other. So either, for example, you decide to, well, you could decide to get married, but I guess you could decide to become a couple, or you could decide to start living together, right? Because this is, like I said, it's like home sweet home. Or you just decide to, like officially, yeah, we're a couple. I don't know, maybe you'll decide to put this information official on Facebook and state that now you're an item. So this is the possibility. Other than that, I feel that it can also be just about you and your energy. That generally speaking, for example, you are moving forward with your goals and dreams, with whatever it is that you've planned for this week. And you're moving very fast and very strong and very confident. Yes, there is like very, very nice confidence and hope and this excitement and self-confidence here. Like I feel it very strongly. And like this passion, like I'm moving towards my goals and I'm going to achieve them and I don't care about anything else. Basically, this is the energy. And I'm moving really fast. And then this, forward movement, it can result into you being able to, attract more abundance into your life. And so it can be pretty, easy for you, for example, to pay for all the bills that you need, to invest into everything that you want, to maybe even, like we see in the picture, help others. So not just have just for yourself, but also be able to help somebody else. It could be even, you know, like members of your family, your friends, anyone, or it can be even just charity, basically. And eventually, there could be this energy of stability in terms of you feeling very firm. It can be physical, like you return home, let's say by the end of the week, and you're like, I can definitely celebrate. Oh yes, and by the way, this is also the energy of celebration, guys. So I feel like some of us, I would say a lot of us, could feel like we want to celebrate our achievements, you know, throughout achievements that we had throughout the week, and we good, okay, and we might feel like we want to celebrate, and we just stay home, and we're like, yeah, now it's like me time, and I'm just celebrating and being happy right now. So this is definitely an option, definitely a possibility. Or it can also represent a certain stability in terms of you feeling stable, for example, with your, again, finances, you feeling stable, knowing exactly where you're moving and what you're achieving, you feeling stable also in terms of you feeling confident in yourself. So honestly, whichever of these scenarios is gonna play out for you, all of them are extremely positive. So guys, I do encourage you to use the energy of this week to harness it, because this week clearly is bringing us a lot of opportunities, and I'm very, very happy about this, to be honest. So yeah, absolutely. I honestly want you to remember this energy. And I I would ask you, and I would encourage you to write in the comments below how your week went. Do let me know. I'm very curious, because, you know, we'll see. And do let me know which of the scenarios, you know, worked out for you. So this is also very interesting. All right. Now, very quickly, let's look at the energy of this week, also in terms of the divination tool that I prepared. So oh, okay. That was easy, guys. I didn't even have to do the thing. Guys, short and simple. Love. Do you remember I said that like one of the possibilities was that it was a love reading? I mean, I'm just saying. It literally says love. Perhaps you're going to meet the love of your life this week. If not, I'm going to draw one more card just in case. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, guys. Okay. Oh, yes, guys. Yes. Yeah, I do agree with this one. Guys, for those of you who need to hear this one, it says health. Yes, guys. Basically, this is the advice for this week. Do take care of your health. So if you need to go to a doctor, if you need to, I don't know, get a diagnosis, get some checkup, if you need to just do something for your health, do so. Because as you can see, the energy does, you know, point out that we need to put some extra attention to that. All right? So love, expect some kind of love, at least some self-love, right, guys? This is important. And health. All right, so basically this is it. The last thing that I want to tell you is that there is right now, you know, I was thinking about this for a long, long while, and finally I felt like during this full moon, you know, I felt like I was kind of pregnant with this idea for a long while. And during this full moon, I finally decided that it's time for me to give birth to this project. So I'm introducing to you a new opportunity, a new offer that I have right now. And this is coaching. So what does it mean exactly? Let me give you an example. I have lots of people who come to me for tarot readings, and what usually, maybe not usually, but what often happens is that, for example, a person comes to me and says, I don't know, I'm making this up. For example, a person says, oh, I'm in a toxic relationship, blah, blah, blah. Could you read or could you look at the cards and see what I should do, blah, blah, blah. And the cards clearly say that this person should, for example, move on and find a different type of relationship, or at least work on themselves first and then only go back into that relationship. And then sometime, so the person says, yes, thank you, super great, this is amazing. And then sometime later, the same person comes to me again and I say, okay, so how are you? You're probably already in a new relationship, or, you know, how are things? And the same person says, oh, I'm still in that old relationship. I still haven't managed to change, for example, that partner, or work on myself, or basically do anything. And so such things happen, let's say not always, but quite often, I would say. The problem is that, you know, for some people, it's just enough to hear, for example, you know, the card says, move forward with your dreams and goals. And it's enough for this person. So this person goes and moves forward, right? So that's pretty easy. But for others, for other people, it's not so simple, because if it was so simple, they wouldn't even need any help in the form of tarot in the first place. So for some people, it's not just about advice, it's also about this emotional support. And for some people, they do need some extra help to kind of, you know, move and follow through on the ideas and decisions that they made. And so I was thinking about this for quite some time, and I was thinking, like, how can I help people, you know, make these changes? How can I help people implement those shifts? And so eventually, this is what I came up with, because I was coaching actually, or I have been coaching for quite some time already, but I kind of somehow didn't think about this connection with tarot. And now I finally realized that, you know, yes, I can actually do that. And so basically my idea right now is to introduce kind of like a package where you would come, for example, for a tarot reading once a month, and then we choose, for example, one main theme that you want to work on this month, or, you know, that you, where you want to take steps further on. And in the next 3 coaching sessions, I help you move forward on that, or follow through with that, right? So ideally, I was thinking of such meetings once a week, basically. This is my idea. So this is the opportunity that you have at the moment. If you're interested, if you're curious about this, do let me know in the comments, or actually just simply contact me via Alisa's Transmuting Tarot Facebook page, and I'll be happy to connect. So this is it, I think. Yes, and just to remind you, the last thing, remember that if you're interested in, for example, such bracelets made from gemstones, you can absolutely check out my other Facebook page, which is called Alice's Wonders, and you can see what is available, or you can see what could be possible, because I'm making such jewelry myself. And you can also contact me via Alice's Wonders Facebook page regarding these. So this is it for today. Thank you so much, guys, for being patient with me and for waiting for this collective reading. I wish you an amazing week, and I do see that it is absolutely going to be amazing. So yeah, thank you very much, and have a nice, great week. Bye, guys.